Okay.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us on our Monday night call. We have a really special call tonight. I am not going to talk at all. I'm going to hand it over to Amy and Mike, and I'm going to let Amy introduce her husband because we have a very special team call tonight with a special topic. So guys, go ahead and take it over.
Okay. Hey guys. Can you hear us okay? Yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
thumbs up.
Good. Good. All right. So I have Mike joining me tonight. He's been super, super helpful with my business. I'm trying to remember since when, but definitely the past year, helping me with my sales, my numbers, everything. He has been in sales basically since 2004.
Yeah, 18 years.
Yeah, 18 years. So, I mean, what is your job description?
So I'm the chief revenue officer for a mid-sized business out of Atlanta. We sell electronic security for residential and commercial applications. So I've got a sales team of roughly 20 people that work for me, and I've been selling individually for 18 years since I started with this company. So I've done sales training and sales courses. I train all of our salespeople myself. So I'm a bit of a student of selling. It's probably like a lot of you. It's exhilarating. It's exciting to hear people say yes, and so I coach people on that and help teach them how to do it.
All right. So that is what he does, and he does a really, really good job of it. So his business has grown like, oh God, huge since he started in 2004. They were a tiny company and now they're a big company. So I've come to find out I really knew nothing about sales when I first started selling Plexus. I've learned a whole lot. Sales makes sense to me, though. I don't want to say it comes naturally to me, but some things about it do, I guess. But I know it's not natural for everyone, not natural for most people. And I have had to learn a whole lot, and Mike has helped me a lot with that. So I'm going to kind of let Mike take it over, kind of be focused on helping you guys how to close sales, how to start a sale and close it. I mean, I'm not sure exactly everything you want to.
Well, Amy told me she told me about 15 minutes ago that I was going to be addressing the group. So I've had that much time to prepare. So let me just start by saying it's okay if you don't feel like you're a salesperson. Most people don't. I think that's a natural feeling. The best salespeople, though, are those who don't feel like they're good salespeople because there's a stigma attached to selling, that it's kind of self-serving. And one thing that I've told Amy and I tell my team is that selling should be natural. You should feel comfortable in it because you're helping somebody solve a problem. If you feel dirty or you feel like it's not for you, it's because you are pushing something on somebody that you don't think can benefit from it. Selling should be a mutually beneficial experience. Both parties should absolutely win in every scenario where there's a successful sale. So if you don't feel comfortable in it, then ask yourself, does this person really need what I have to provide? Can it benefit them? And it should give you peace, especially with the products that you all sell, that you help people. I mean, people are genuinely being helped. Their lives are being improved by what you're talking to them about. So put your mind at ease with that feeling that, oh my gosh, I don't want to lose a friend, or I don't want to alienate somebody. If they say no, okay, that's fine. That's the second best answer you can get. The best answer, of course, is yes. The worst answer you could get is maybe, I'll think about it. You want to avoid that at all costs. You want a yes or a no. And if it's a no, let their no mean no. move on. Let's, as Jesus would say, let's dust our sandals off and walk on to the next town. So there's an art to selling. It's first of all being comfortable with your product and service. It's knowing where you can reach out to a support group like Amy, who knows everything there is to know about Plexus, and can help you if you run into an issue. But then it's understanding the psychology of selling, the psychology of a buyer, and you all need to understand that your buyers are. This is an emotional decision for them. Now, I know it doesn't sound like it, probably doesn't seem like it when you're talking about products and what they do and pricing and all that stuff, but emotionally, they're thinking, can this fix my problem? Can this make me healthy? Can this help me lose weight or get my stomach right or eliminate whatever affliction they've got that you all are trying to help them with? Can it give me more energy? Can it help me sleep at night? They don't sound like emotional decisions, but they are. And when you can ask questions and get people into an emotional place, they will buy from you. And again, if you have a product that can solve their problem, it is definitely a win-win. So the first thing I would encourage you to do is ask lots of questions. It's called probing for pain in the world of sales. You want to find the pain points. You want to not immediately start spewing all your product knowledge on them and tell them, oh, we can fix all your problems. That turns people off. Listen to them. Listen to what they're telling you. I'm uncomfortable with my body. I don't sleep at night. I can't go to the bathroom. My kids are always sick. Whatever it is, there's an emotional connection that can be made to say, well, ask the how does that impact you? How does that affect your life? And get them connected emotionally to the problem, and then start to talk about, well, I think we may be able to solve that, or may be able to at least make inroads to solving that. Things you probably never thought of, gut health may be able to help you with whatever your problems may be. The next thing is, when you're going through your presentation, you're going through your dialogue, you're going through your discussion on presenting the solution, make sure you have the information you need to do that thoroughly and accurately. If you don't know that you can solve their problem, the worst thing you can do for trust, which is paramount to a sales process, is tell them what you think is right, even if you know maybe it's not. So be confident. If you need help, if you need resources, you've got Amy Welch, you've got Amy Morton. These people know, they know. They know the products, they know how they work. They have enough case studies to be able to show you, here's someone who's suffered from irritable bowel syndrome or can't sleep, and they took these products and now they've had some some recovery. Maybe they're fully recovered, maybe they're on their journey to recovery, but they've got stories that they can share with you. And there's little less powerful than third person stories. First person stories are great. It happened to me, it's great. But if you can talk about a third party and bring those stories in, that's just as powerful, especially if there's trust. I know this is a network marketing group. You all are speaking to and selling to family and friends. So there's already a lot of trust developed there. And I know there's a lot of hesitation for people in this group, not necessarily this group, but any network marketing group, to go out and connect with their friends and family because they don't want to erode any trust. And that goes back again to knowing that this is a mutually beneficial experience for your friends and family. So then Amy asked me to talk about the close. The close is a snap of your fingers that happens after a long period of build up, developing trust, probing for pain, and then determining, and you have to determine this, not your buyer, not your customer, you have to determine if there's an opportunity to sell this customer, because nothing erodes trust more than trying to sell somebody something that they don't need. And most of you on the call probably wouldn't do that, because that's what used car salesmen do. And we're not used car salesmen. We sell people what they need. We sell people products and services that make their lives better, that they're going to come back and buy again and again and again and again, because this, just like many other businesses, is a recurring revenue business. If it doesn't work for them, they're not going to be around next month. And what good does that do? We want customers that are bought into the product. They're going to stick around. They're going to do this for a long time because it's good for them and they can. So once you've identified there is pain, once you've presented with confidence that we can solve your pain, we can give you a solution that helps, then you ask for the close. And I can tell you the close happens naturally. It should feel natural. It shouldn't feel like it's forced. For a lot of new salespeople, it's difficult for them. They don't want to ask because they're afraid that someone will say no. And like I said at the beginning of this discussion, no is the second best thing you can hear. Obviously, the best thing is yes. Let's move forward. Let's try it out. Let's see what happens. No is the second best. You don't want to linger in limbo, not knowing, oh, I've got this guy or this girl, and they showed interest, but God, they're just not ready to move forward. Well, let's help them make a decision. Let's do something for them. Let's think outside the box a little bit. But the close should be at a moment when the prospect, the prospective buyer, and the salesperson have come to a position where we've identified a need and we've identified a solution to this need. And now we're at this natural point of where do we go next? There's a sort of a fatal flaw of new salespeople. And we do a lot of telephone sales. We do a lot of in-home sales in my business. And I've ridden along with salespeople that do this all the time. They're new salespeople, and they will deliver a proposal, and then they'll say, well, just let me know when you're ready to buy, or let me know if you want to do this. And that is not the way you close business. There's 3 ways to close a sale. The easiest way, the most direct way, the way that I prefer to do it, is to ask the question. You want to go ahead and do this? You ready to try it? It requires a direct answer. A direct question usually requires a direct answer. And people are afraid of that because they're afraid that someone will say no. Don't be afraid of the no. Embrace the no. It's okay to hear no. No is good. It opens up another dialogue as to why. Why no? Tell me why, and then we can dissect that. Is it cost? Is it belief or trust in the products will work? We can give you testimonials. If you've done your job, you've already provided that, but there's something there underneath that's causing them hesitancy, and that's okay. Just find out what it is. The second way is the A/B close. Okay, options. You've got 2 options. We talked about getting this welcome pack with the active or with something else, whatever. I don't know. I don't know your business as well as you
Yeah,
do.
like I usually offer 2 welcome packs, one 209 welcome pack and one 109 welcome pack. And I let them choose. I ask them to choose.
There you go. So it's option. You've given them an option, but the third option, which is unspoken, is nothing. I'm going to do nothing. It's still an option. You're not verbalizing it, but it's still an option for that consumer. But when you verbalize 2 options, the ones you've discussed for their problem, to solve their problem, it helps them comfortably say, yeah, I want to try this one. Maybe I want to try the less expensive one to start, and then we'll move into the next one. Of course, the no is always available, and you should be comfortable enough with your prospects, and they should be comfortable enough with you to be able to say no. You give them permission to say no. The third is just the assumptive close. It's one that is really only the very best salespeople do it because they're comfortable in their close. They say, something like, if you want to go ahead and give me your credit card, I'll enter this order for you to save you some time.
I do that all the time.
It's an assumptive close. She's a very comfortable salesperson. She knows that customer is going to say yes. And for that reason, she has no discomfort with the assumptive close. It's not for everybody. It may not be for you, but understand that those 3 closes are how you close business. Let me tell you how you don't close business. You don't close business over email. You don't close business over text message. You don't close business with a postage stamp. These things happen. This is a relational sale. If you can't hear the tone and inflection of their voice, better yet, if you can't see their eyes and read their body language, you don't know whether or not this prospect, this potential customer, is really interested or is just paying you lip service. So much happens in the verbal language and in body language that you are missing in an email or a text message. Email and text message are extraordinarily valuable for creating interest, extraordinarily valuable for creating follow-up, not the place to close business. You want to talk to people. This is where you guys will shine. This is where Amy's been successful, and this is where the best salespeople in the world are successful. It's not over text message. There's a place for text messages, there's a place for emails. But when you're ready to ask for their business, when you're ready to ask them to take a journey with you, that's a personal, emotional decision. And it may not sound emotional and it may not feel personal, but think back to your decision to try. What problem were you trying to solve? Was it an emotional problem? If it was illness, if it was weight, if it was hunger control, if it was headaches, if it was nausea in the morning, whatever it was, believe it or not, it was emotional for you. Think about it. Think about the way you felt and the way you wanted to feel. Think about the things that you gave up when you didn't feel good. Think about if this is a business for you, like it is for Amy, and wasn't when she started because it was an emotional decision for her when it started, but it became a business. If it's a business for you, are your finances an emotional decision for you? We had a terrible day in the stock market today. We were just talking to Amy about that. That's emotional for me because I think about what could we have done with the money that was lost on paper today. We could have taken a trip. We could have taken our kids to Disney. We could have gone on a cruise. We could have bought a new car. We could have done all kinds of things. So yeah, it's emotional. Just about everything in your life is emotional if you drill down far enough. So connect with your prospects. Talk to them. Ask them questions. Don't assume because your last prospect had the same issue your current prospect does, that the motivation is the same. Someone who's got no kids that has irritable bowel syndrome, it's a nuisance. And they're worried about, the headaches, the heartache, the problems that come along with not being able to go out with their friends on the weekend. Someone with kids, it's an entirely different emotional discussion. So don't assume that you know what they're going through and what problem they're trying to solve just because they have the same symptom. I tell my employees all the time, my sales team, I tell them every time we have a meeting, you have to diagnose before you prescribe. You would not trust a doctor that if you walked in and said, my knee hurts, and they gave you some Advil or they prescribed surgery, either one, you wouldn't trust them. They're going to play around with your knee. They're going to take some x-rays. They're going to do some testing. That's up to you guys. Someone who says, I'm interested in plexus, you got to know what it is they're looking to solve. Where's their pain point? And then help them solve it.
That's good. Yes, super helpful. Thank you.
Yeah.
So as you can see, he knows a lot about sales. So it's super helpful to me. I did want to add on one quick thing. He mentioned it very quickly, but 3 words that I've been telling my team never to say again when they're closing the sale is let me know. Like you guys need to erase those 3 words from your vocabulary. Don't type it, don't say it out loud. Don't say let me know because people aren't going to let you know. So
Yeah. I want to, sorry, I'm putting notes in here in the chat of some things you
Yeah.
said, Mike, so we can have it later. And I gotta say, one, thank you. And I love hearing from someone who's in sales, because so often in Plexus, and I'm sure we all did it in the beginning before we were confident, but now it kind of drives me nuts, is that we're like, oh, well, we don't sell. We just share. No, we sell. Like, if you want to work this business and be successful and make that, you know, life-changing kind of residual income money, you are selling something. And oftentimes, I don't know if it's because it's network marketing or what it is, but there's some shame around it. But I think you hit the nail on the head when you said, you know, you shouldn't feel shame around it, because you're actually solving a problem for them. And if you don't really believe that, then that's where kind of that icky feeling comes in. So I thought this was fabulous. I think it's a great reminder to all of us that we're in sales. And so best practices in sales and how to actually close a sale is what's going to work. And it doesn't mean that we don't love the people or care about our customers, or that we're, you know, slimy or anything else that makes people feel icky when it comes to sales. So I thought it was great. Thank you, Mike.
My pleasure.
All right, guys. We like to keep these at 30 minutes. I can open it. Does anyone have any questions real quick, if that's okay? I don't think. I was trying to keep up on the chat. Most people were like, we love it. Oh, I need to do that. Oh, I need to do that. Oh, I need to do that. Let's see. Okay. Well, thank you, guys. And I think we're going to put something together on this, like a little handout on the 3 ways to close a sale. I thought that was really great. I think
Yeah,
it'd be good
that
to
would be
have a little
helpful to
graphic.
have.
Yeah, and like
on a
words
handout.
not to say. And really, we talk about it a lot, like assume positive language. You want to assume the sale, but I love having those words, Amy, like you said, stop using those. Like, don't even say them anymore. So, all right, guys. Thanks, Morton.
Thanks for
Go
being
get 'em.
on.
Thanks,
Good luck,
guys.
guys.
Thanks, guys.